Alright, so NXT is back with the new era. The new design is back to black and gold and yellow and orange. Do you guys like it? I actually really grew to enjoy NXT 2.0 aesthetics. That's colorful, that's bright. There's something new and young about it, but you know, we're back to Triple H's favorite, black and gold. I don't mind it. What do you guys think? I mean, the great thing about NXT 2.0, it's been very good to women, and we got to meet a lot of new women that has very unique character. Every roster member was kind of their own unique thing. So as long as they're not messing with that, I feel like I'll be fine. To quickly go through it, first we saw Toxic Attraction at the parking lot, and Alba Fire attacks them and abducts Mandy Rose, and we just hear Mandy just screaming in the car. Toxic Attractions, they are the heels, but it seems like they go through a lot of abduction and like crime against them, so I feel kind of bad for them. And then we saw a singles match between Wendy Chu and Lash Legend, and it was a pretty quick match, 4-minute match, and we saw Wendy Chu pick up a win from Lash Legend, where Lash Legend's losing streak basically continues. It seems like she's been losing to everyone. She lost to, I think, Fallon Henry, she lost to Alba Fire, she lost to... So she's been losing a lot. It just seems like she's a glorified jobber at this point, which I'm really sad. She obviously has a lot of growing to do because she's still very green, but I think she's a very exciting performer. I also cannot believe they got rid of lashing out with Lash Legend. It's also really interesting, Wendy Chu had that big win against Tiffany Stratton on the main event that I still freaking love that match, the lights out match. And here she picked up a win against Lash Legend, so maybe she's building up for something. I also don't think she will be the one that will be dethroning Mandy Rose, so I'm curious where this ride is going towards. And then we saw a backstage interview of Katana and Kaden as champions. This was an interesting one. They even talk about when Katana Chance almost quit WWE. Remember there was a whole news about Casey Catanzaro walking out of WWE Performance Center a couple of years ago, so they talk about that. You know what's really funny though is that they get really real talking about real stuff, but then I sort of, something about them, it just doesn't connect with me. I just don't know how to explain it. Something about this segment, even though they're talking about real stuff that happened, it just feels kind of, I don't want to say fake, but it just didn't seem genuine. I think they're better as heels. I know that they have all these cool movesets, but character-wise, just something about them just doesn't connect with me. And then we get into NXT Women's Tag Team Championship #1 contendership match, Nikita Lyons and Joey Starks versus Toxic Attraction. Without Mandy Rose, because she's abducted. This match was super fun. It was almost, let's see, it was 11 minutes of pure athleticism. Zoe Stark might still not have the best character, but she's really cool to see in the ring. She's jumping around everywhere in this match. It was very exciting. And her chemistry with Nikita Lyons was actually really good. Like, remember when they first became a team and I was just kind of like, oh, this is so random. But actually, this is working and I really like it. And I like that unlike main roster, NXT is building tag divisions with like these new tag teams. And I also really like Nikita in tag division. I was kind of like, WWE was pushing her really hard as a solo competitor, and I was just like, is she gonna be the one dethroning Mandy Rose? But I personally don't think she's ready for that, so I'm glad that she's gonna have this little bit of a tag run with Zoe Starks, who's also super talented. Get some street cred, win some fans back. She's made some weird TikToks, so I like that we're trying to slowly build Nikita Lyons than just putting her to the moon right away. By the way, I giggle whenever she screams. She's like, ah! For no reason. But right before that, sexy split leg drop. She definitely have some identity crisis going whenever her entrance, her everything. The fun segment of this NXT episode though was Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez on Grayson Waller show? The Grayson Waller Effect. I actually really like this talk show. I guess they're airing this on Instagram while the show is actually going on, which I think is like such a good, like WWE has been doing a really good job with the digital media with a QR code and now like using Instagram Live. Pretty smart. So I do really like that. Cora Jade, so great as heel. I cannot believe they're trying to push her as a babyface. You know, I told you, even during her babyface reign, I was like, I think something about her is unlikable. But as a heel, she's so great, and I love how petty she gets. And Roxanne Perez also fights back. I like the back and forth between them, but a lot of other things happened because Grayson Waller booked Pick Your Poison match for the next 2 weeks, where apparently anyone in WWE roster is fair game. So the suggestion that Cora had was Omos versus Roxanne Perez, which will be really funny. This is really interesting. Anyone in WWE rosters. I wonder if they will be creative with the pick. Maybe Natalya can be back. Maybe it's Tamina's time to come to NXT and to show that nobody needed Tamina. Who else would be really... I mean, I would love to see Dana Brooke in NXT for a little bit. Who do you want to see in NXT for this pick your poison match? I feel like both Roxanne and Cora need to win these matches, right? So can't be anyone too big. Oh my god, it would be really funny if they pick like Charlotte Flair. I also want to see Cora Jade versus Mako. I don't know how Grayson Waller has all these power, but he spun the wheel and picked stipulation for their Halloween Havoc singles match, which will be Weapons Wild match. It's kind of like classic Tori Wilson versus Candice Michelle Wet and Wild match, but with weapons. Nothing wet. I'm just guessing there'll be tons of different weapons everywhere. Yeah, this will be a fun match. You know, I'm actually really excited about next couple of weeks with Extreme Rules and Halloween Havoc. There will be a lot of weapons in Extreme matches, so I'm really curious what they're gonna do. But this will be a really fun one. I'm very, very excited about it. Alright, so that was a quick recap of NXT. What did you guys think of the new NXT 3.0 or whatever? Who do you want to see Cora and Roxanne face for the Pick Your Poison match? Let me know in the comment section, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe and like this video so that YouTube will love us again. You can find me at DHN on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter, and I'll see you next time. Bye!